Young motivators, hashtag millennials, finding new and creative ways to motivate young people so they can find new and creative ways to be motivated. When are you gonna grow up? When are you gonna stop taking everything for granted? I'm not talking about people in America. This ain't a reality TV show. This is not a show. This is real. When are you gonna stop taking everything that your parents have been telling you for granted? You think I'm gonna tell you what your parents tell you? Do I look like if I want to be a parent? No. I want to be a voice of motivation for those people who are actually trying to get somewhere in life. As a matter of fact, not those just who are trying to get somewhere in life. I want to make sure those persons who don't have somebody to push them to get them somewhere. You have to understand, you are getting into your year of an adult where you have to put away childish ways and you have to start earning a buck, a dollar, to put in your pocket. You're not always going to be living with your parents. Your parents will not always be there, right? You have to get out of that fantasy and start learning to live in reality. Regardless if you are a Vincentian, Barbadian, Grenadian, Dominican, Jamaican, St. Lucian, Guyanese, regardless to where you come from in the world, China, anywhere, do not always be dependent. As a matter of fact, once you hit 17 plus, stop being dependent on your parents. Their kids are all around the world, but the thing about it, you see, when people say that, we always say, well, it's just those kids. They're different. They're in a bed. No. Well, then, if in this case, let me just put it locally then. If your parents telling you study your book and stay focused in school, it's a reason why they want you to do that. I don't want you guys to go to school and study your book, because that's basically something that's been repeatedly. This is reality for you. That's what I want to talk about, right? If you're studying your book, I'm urging you to study what you would like to do in your career. Regardless, you have to speak English and you have to learn how to count. Okay? Because when the bosses get here on time and you're off time, I'm sure you did maths. You know time. So you have an understanding. Make sure you understand maths and English. Don't pass it, understand maths and English. Because sometimes we have this mental barrier, this fantasy that, once we pass maths, that's it for us. If you're educating yourself, if you're in school, Form 1, Grade 6, Form 5, just starting college, if the teacher is teaching you something, yes, you may understand what the teacher is teaching you, but the only way that you would actually understand is if you apply what they taught you in reality. If the teacher taught you English today, comprehension, then guess what? Try to have a wide understanding and a wide embrace to actually find other ways of understanding what people say to you when they're giving you an advice. Maths, try apply it. As a matter of fact, people have so much opportunity here in our own land, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, whereby we can actually help people. But we live in this fantasy whereby we don't even have somebody to say, you know what, let's do this. We're waiting for somebody else to do it. You have to get out of that mindset. Don't worry, Young Motivators is here to actually help with that. Okay? Keep listening to the videos. 5 minutes of your time. To be part of Young Motivators is actually to be part of the great meaning that the old generation wish this generation had, which is to actually be better than them. They say that they were the greatest generation. Well, that means they can never get better. We are better. We have the ability to be better. I don't care if you're dip on the block. I don't care if your mommy don't have no money for sending you to school. Let me tell you something. A book in the library It doesn't cost you anything. You just need to sit down, read that book. It's for free. Knowledge is free. Okay? This is the difference between fantasy and reality. I thank you guys. You have a great day.